Yep.
Okay. All right, so we'll start with this guy. So this is another piece that we did see at San Diego, although, as I said in my video the other day, like it was a really bad location for it. It was really hard to see the detail.
Yep.
Kind of dim, like it was just a weird place for him.
Totally in shadow.
Yeah, really in shadow. So he just kind of like everybody's kind of walked by him. But here he's up for pre-order. I'm really happy that it went up for pre-order because we kind of, for a while, we thought it might have been scrapped. But this is a piece sculpted by Matt Black, obviously the Robert Pattinson Batman. And I had a lot of people comment. They're like, this is not my Batman. It's cool. There's also some question about the size of the bike, whether it's too big or too small, or people were thinking it was too small. But I can't remember. Maybe one of you or somebody else posted a photo of it next to an actual stunt double, and it looked correct. What is your opinion now that you've seen this one? And also, what do you think of the price point being under $1,000?
Surprised. Like you, I was thinking more like 12 or $12.95.
Yep.
I think $9.95 is pretty much right on for this. I've heard some people say you have to consider the motorcycle, the base, so it should be in line with other PFs and be like $690 or whatever. I think that's completely wrong. I think Sideshow has a lot of very simple bases lately, especially on Star Wars pieces. Like their Mando is really. I joke that their Mando looks like an apple fritter. I mean, it's just it's really, and it's the same thing with Ahsoka Tano has a really basic base, and there's others too. So even Power Girl, her cloud base is really, really simple. So no, I think the motorcycle is another character on that cobblestone street base.
The base itself is a very narrow, it's very simple, that the cobblestone, but yeah, there's just a lot going on. I love the pipes here. It's got that burnt effect. I think that looks really good. Again, it's just nice to see it in better light, to be able to see the likeness. Dan, what do you think of the likeness on this one?
I think it's fine. I mean, I think it looks good. Is it the Prime One, Blitzway piece? No. But I think it looks really good. I mean, I would strongly consider buying this if I hadn't already bought two Pattinson pieces.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was going to ask. I was going to say, if you hadn't bought those already, would you consider this one?
Absolutely. Yeah, I like it.
But again, it was in such a bad spot at San Diego, so I am glad that they went ahead with it. We've heard that Matt's no longer with the company, unfortunately, but he's a phenomenal sculptor, and I'm just glad this piece is seeing the light of day.
And people who think it's small, if you go back to that previous picture, that's 22 inches wide.
Yeah, it looks bigger on that.
Yeah, it's not small.
It's pretty substantial.
Yeah.
Some of their movie pieces, like I feel like some of their movie premium formats are slightly smaller than some of their comic book counterparts. Just having owned some of the Dark Knight ones, they just felt like they were a little bit smaller. So that might be what people are feeling about this one, but I think they're all going to be very much in line with all their other movie pieces. And I think it's going to have a lot of presence. And again, has Sideshow ever done a cycle like this? Have they ever done anything like this before? I can't think of a time.
No, I don't think so.
So anyway, that's up for pre-order right now. Sorry, did somebody want to say something there?
I said just a pogo stick.
Yeah, just a pogo stick. That's
the big topic was whether or not the bike was the correct scale.
Yeah, I thought I included the one with the stunt double, and it looked pretty much, pretty close. It was pretty close. Yeah,
and it's still a prototype, so maybe I don't know if they're going to change it. But...
Speaking of bikes, this is another piece. This was kind of teased and went up. I can't remember if it's up for pre-order. I think it is already at Sideshow. This is from PCS. This is their Ronin. Now this one's quite a bit more expensive. I think this one $1,200 or $1,300.
Yeah, I think it's like 14 and a quarter or something.
Yikes! Wow, that's a lot.
Wow.
And this is just quarter scale though, is it, or is it third scale?
No, it's quarter.
Ew. So I wonder why theirs is so much more.
Good question.
That seems like a lot. But anyway, it's a cool piece.
Yeah, I think it looks really nice.
It's really cool. It's got a lot of detail. I think it's going to be pretty sizable. Again, I love the colors on the exhaust. I don't know. Are these like Mouser droids? I'm not sure what these are. I don't follow the Ronin series, but maybe somebody in the chat would know.
K9 M112 Mausers.
Okay, thank you guys. I knew somebody would know.
And I'm looking it up on the Sideshow site.
No, well, thank you very much, Jeff.
But yeah, it's 1425 and it's quarter scale.
It's got some really nice weathering on it. Again, it's very dynamic.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're a fan of the Turtles or a fan of the Ronin storyline, this is probably something you'll want. Again, really cool piece from PCS. I know Aunt Adams has kind of teased some really big announcements. So I'm curious, do you guys have any inkling of what he might be telling us or what license he might be revealing?
Now, he said 3 licenses that he's wanted for a long time that are all very different from each other.
Well, I know he's been working on that DC license, so I'm hoping that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty awesome.
What scale? You think 1/3 or what?
I would love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, aren't a lot of his like 1/3 stuff all comic or video game based?
Well, his Rocky line is 1/3.
That's true. I just wonder if it would be a DC license if it would have to be video games, but which I wouldn't be as excited about unless they did some Arkham stuff. But who knows? I guess time will tell. But again, congratulations on getting new licenses. That's always exciting. But anyway, big piece, 21 inches high, 15 wide. I got some swap outs as well on this one, so I love that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's fun. That's fun. All right, let's move on to this guy. So this is the we got the official photos and price point for this. This is the Dark Knight. So this is another decision I have to make. I do have the life-size Joker, and I'm considering this one as kind of a counterpoint, to kind of flank him on maybe like both sides of the display. I think the likeness is incredible. What do you guys think of the likeness?
Yeah, it looks phenomenal. I mean, I'm not sure how you do better than that, but
yeah, I agree.
Do you guys think I should get it, or do you think I should hold out for one that's got the mask on?
That's a personal preference thing. When it comes to an actor likeness, I prefer an unmasked portrait, but I know a lot of people are different about that.
Yeah, I'm not usually into unmasked, but if you're going to pay that much money, I think I would want it without the mask.
Yeah. Well, I do like the fact that he's holding the cowl. So I mean that right there, that is cool. At least you have the mask in the pose.
Right.
Yeah. It does have a light up feature. I don't know if I get this, would you also get the Hathaway or just call it good at Batman and Joker?
I think either way would be totally fine. You could call it quits with just the two of them, or you could bring in Catwoman. Either way.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
You still have the banner going across the bottom, by the way. Yeah.
Is it in the way?
No, it's just running. In case you
okay. Well, because it's not topic 2 anymore. So I'm sorry about that, guys. My bad. All right, let's go back into it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I would just do Batman and the Joker. Skip Hathaway.
I think I would too.
I appreciate the advice, guys. This is one I'd like to see a bust made of. Did you guys see these? These are from McFarlane. Eric bought one, right?
Yeah, I ordered this.
Yeah.
$40 and free shipping from Amazon.
Yeah, it's pretty great from Amazon. Did a video this week on it. I think it looks really good. I mean, I know it's not perfect, but I feel like I feel like that does look like Keaton to me. I feel like you could tell it's him. Obviously, it's a $30 statue, but obviously this is what's the look of the Flash movie is going to be. So I expect, I'm sure you guys agree that there's probably going to be a ton of Flash merch coming out.
Yeah.
I found it interesting. His utility belt was black. We never seen a
Yeah, I don't love that. It's a lot of black.
Yeah.
Do you think, Chris, I think you mentioned this in your video. I watched your video on this one. You think that shiny look is accurate to the movie?
I I can't imagine it being, because it wasn't like that in the other films. So I don't know if this was their attempt at trying to, because obviously this is PVC.
Is this
I
the
don't know if
same
it's-
suit from the like what he wears in the trailer? Because it's hard to tell. He's moving around so quick.
I would assume it is. But I like right here, it doesn't look quite as shiny. It looks a little bit more matte. But here they have it in that studio where it's, a lot of bright lights.
Yeah.
And like here, it looks better to me too. Like, it doesn't look as shiny. So I think it'll look better in hand, but you're right. I was kind of worried about that too. I'm like, ugh, is that the way it's going to be? But it's cool that we're getting some merch. Obviously, there's a Flash also that's coming out, so I wanted to show everybody that. I'm not as wowed by this one. I don't think the likeness is near as good. This one looks a lot more plasticky to me, but I don't know what that thing is.
It's the peg the whole
Peg.
thing.
Oh yeah, that was. I don't know if that was well thought of, but anyway, it's $30.
You got paint it yellow.
Yeah, paint it yellow, whatever. Yeah, this got a lot of excitement too. That McFarlane is doing a Batmobile, so that's pretty neat.
That's cool.
I don't know what scale, and it looks like it's kind of like a diorama where maybe it's got some.
So I've been following this a
around
little bit. Rumor was it's going to be either $75 or $85, and they said a 7-inch figure could fit in it, which I think it makes it like 1/12 or something.
I was going to say, was that 1/12 or 1/10? I guess. Well, I guess
Somewhere around
1/10 would be a 12-inch figure, wouldn't it?
All right, I'm not good with the smaller stuff.
I can't remember, but anyway, I can see it being real popular at that price point.
Yeah, I'm considering this. I want to see once it goes up for order.
Yeah. So anyway, that's coming up. Oh, here's that shot that you were talking about, Jeff.
Yeah.
Looking really good in the factory, really good. Again, this one retailed, I think, $1,500 plus shipping, but only $99 ES on this. So
No, it ended up being higher. Remember, there was a big controversy about that.
Oh, that's right. It
ended up
did.
being like
Was it 300
or something?
Yeah. So anyway, I did sell mine to another collector who's fantastic, and but he does want me to review it, so that's really exciting as well. So hopefully I don't kick myself in the pants when I see it and be like, oh, I should have kept it. But I think it was the right call for me in the direction of my new cave. And anyway, still awesome piece. Got an in-hand photo of this guy. I know, again, Jeff Morris isn't with us tonight. He's ordered this one. So I wanted to show him that photo if he hadn't seen it. But again, like, why would you display without the hammer?
The guy didn't receive it. They never put it in the box.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
According to him,
kidding.
I don't know.
How does that happen?
That's what he was saying.
Oh my gosh, that's his hammer.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's crazy. Well, anyway, hopefully he gets it and gets it no problem. But look how great that's looking. It's looking so good.
It's hard to look intimidating when your right hand is missing.
Yes, it is. He's just got a stub.
Wow.
Did you guys see this picture? I thought it was pretty cool to see how big that penguin head is.
No,
That's a big head.
It's big.
it's even that big.
So I mean, it is. I don't know. I don't think Danny DeVito was that big. Like, he's a pretty little dude.
I was just looking at the other day images of the movie.
So anyway, I thought it was cool to see it. At least you know how big it is, because it is pretty expensive.
I get that feeling with a lot of busts.
That
Or
they're
it's like-
oversized.
It was like, wow, is this head really that big?
Yeah.
Even the Harley one that I have, it's like, wow, that's
Yeah, my Joker, which goes to your Harley, his head is probably like a little bit bigger than my head, which shouldn't be.
Yeah. Threw in some photos of Punchline. So I don't know if you guys have seen the review I did, but what do you guys think of her in hand?
I think she looks great.
Yeah.
Super fun.
I love her.
Yeah.
We talked in our private chat. I feel like her head is a little smaller than some of the other ones. Like, I feel like she matches up really well to the Hush Ivy, but next to the DC Comics Harley, her head's quite a bit bigger. So, it just might depend on how you place them next to each other. But obviously, she's third scale, and she matches up almost exactly height wise to the Harley on skates. But man, I love her.
Yeah, it came out great.
Yeah, can't wait till the Joker comes out. And I think, Dan, you canceled your Joker, but Eric, you still have yours.
Yeah, that's my most anticipated piece right now.
Awesome. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be much longer.
It says June to October. No, July to October, something like that.
I think we'll get it. I bet we'll get it sooner. It looked like it was close to done. Anyway, this is one of those ones where all the portraits are so good that it's impossible to pick.
So I don't know if I caught the entire live unboxing. So the hair was connected to the portrait, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised they did that.
Yeah, it's all connected. It's long too. That's why they have those stands, which are cool. I saw this today. I thought this was a really cool looking display. Look at that.
Amazing. Totally amazing.
Isn't that cool? That's a lot of money in that room.
Yep.
But it looks really good. I like the way they've got the LEDs running down the wall, but it's just what a cool display. Really cool. So this is the J&D Mira. This is started to ship, and this is a production version of her. I am vicious, so I don't know if I should talk about this or not. But I think she looks great.
I think it might be the best one they've done.
I do too. I think the body looks incredible. I think her portrait looks really nice. Some people thought that maybe the silicone was a downgrade here. I think it's just a bad photo. I think it'll be fine in hand. It's pretty realistic. The eyes look great.
So my problem with J&D is I don't think I could own one without putting it behind glass because I'd be worried about maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate having statues behind glass. I like it not to be open.
Very valid point. That's always a concern with silicone or anything. A lot of people feel like that should be behind something just to protect it, just in case. But I agree with you. I think this is the best one they've done to date, which is funny because this is a character that people don't like the actress.
Right.
So it's unfortunate because I wish more people had the opportunity to get her. But do you guys all agree this is the best one they've done to date? I think it's either this one or the Wonder Woman.
I was going to say that Wonder Woman 84 is pretty nice. The one in the gold suit.
Yeah. That's one of their first ones.
I really like that one. This looks great though. I think
it looks really good. I think it looks very similar to her. So again, there's some J&D love. Anyway, we've got a new one again from PCS. This, I think they're kind of wrapping up this line, I think. From what I'm hearing, have you guys heard that too?
I think so. I posted that photo in my group and said I think that's the best female portrait that PCS has ever done.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too. Again, if you're not a member of Secret Sanctuary on Facebook, guys, make sure you're part of that group as well.
Hey, I'm 40 away from 12,000. I just need 40 more subs to get 12,000.
That is awesome. So yeah, subscribe on Secret Sanctuary on YouTube and also join the Facebook group as well. So that's awesome. Congratulations. That's another great milestone.
Thank you.
Absolutely. But anyway, like I said, I think these ESs are going to be really small because I think Ant said they're not selling very well. But clearly he's wanting to still give the fans kind of round out the collection. So it's cool they're doing more of those. This one was not what I was expecting from the Tweeterhead newsletter. I was actually hoping for maybe a Two-Face reveal or possibly a Batman announcement. But instead we got a Hordak variant. This one is going to be shown at PowerCon, which I think is coming up here real soon. That's not one you're going to, is it, Jeff?
No, I'm going to Monsterpalooza.
Okay, that's right. And so I think this one looks fun. I like the color variant.
Some people said it should have been that to begin with.
Well, maybe that's what.
PowerCon's not till August.
Oh, so it's going to be a minute then.
Yeah.
I bet we see him at San Diego.
Could be, although it's supposed to be an exclusive to PowerCon.
Okay, well, maybe so. Well, this is also PowerCon.
Yeah.
And I did not realize they were doing this, but they're doing a 1/5 scale bust line with some of these. They're calling it an artist series. So to me, that means it's going to be a really limited edition.
I think this is Igo.
Just him sculpting these.
I think he sculpted this as like a
test thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Chet,
That's cool.
Chet said something about it in the newsletter. I forget what he said.
That's neat. So I would assume that these will be very limited.
Could be.
So if you're a Master of the Universe fan, this might be a really cool piece to pick up. Spider-Man, we saw this one in San Diego. This one's finally up for pre-order at Sideshow. Haven't heard a lot of like super excitement. I know that this line has been kind of loved and hated because of the forced perspective bases. I like them. I think they're really unique.
The feedback I've heard is people love the Spider-Man, but they don't like the base.
Yeah.
And they think it looks like he's sitting on the building.
That's.
I mean, look at this angle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like that angle looks good at all, but I feel like from the front it looks okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's just they took a risk with this line, and I still think they've been really cool. But I could see where people don't like that. Like, it's so different. You know, people are either going to love it or hate it.
Yeah.
But it does offer. I mean, there are a lot of Spider-Mans out there, so
This is Daniel Bell.
Say that again.
This is Daniel Bell.
Oh, is it? That's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I forgot about that. Why do you think they waited so long to put it up for pre-order?
No idea.
It's so weird. Like, everything else has been up for pre-order for quite some time.
Well, it's the exact same thing with the Batman on bike.
Yeah, it's just very strange because, again, we saw this at San Diego.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was just a timing thing with the factory. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
This is I think this is already sold out. I think this is from Bottleneck.
It was yesterday.
Eric shared this with us. Really cool print. Dan, did you consider picking this one up with your?
And well, like we talked about in our group chat, like Eric, I just can't. I've got two beautiful Batman animated series prints in my display, and I love them. They're awesome, and I can't see replacing them because I just got them. But these look great, and there's a black and white version of this that I like. Yeah, there you go. That's awesome.
You ask and you shall receive.
Shall receive.
Would you get this one if you didn't have the other two? Would this be one that you would get?
I do like it. I like the black and white, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I kind of like the black and white a little better.
Yeah,
just kind of noir. Looks
exactly
cool.
Yep. I got the sepia tone of the last one that came out. CC, I don't know if she's in the chat. She joins the show sometimes. Help me get my hands on this one, and it's just gorgeous. You know, they do such a great job with their prints.
It's awesome. This is another print that Bottleneck offered as well. This one's a little bit more stylized, a little cartoony, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Batman surrounded by his villains, obviously, and then they also had a green version as well. So I don't know if this one's still available or not. I'll have to check, but I thought it was cool.
I know at least one of those is sold out. I'm not sure which color version, but one is sold out.
That green one was only 25.
Wow.
Oh man, yeah, ES at 25. That's crazy. I bet it's gone.
I bet you're right.
I was really excited about this announcement. I am going to Fan Expo Dallas, and they've announced Stanley Art Germ Lau
Cool.
going to be at the show. So this is my first opportunity that I'll have to meet him. So I'm pumped. I'm excited.
Get him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I need to get that Vampirilla signed.
Yeah, I'm glad he's back doing cons in the States again because I think I don't know if it was, last year he said he wasn't doing it.
Now if we could just get Fabok out of Canada.
Yeah.
Love to see that. So this was
Jimenez.
Oh, I'd love to see Jimenez. Yeah.
Jimenez is going to be so that he
and Bromeo.
Yeah, he's doing, for those of you that into the comic book side, so he's doing an in-house signing with CGC. The deadline was, I don't know, a few weeks ago to get your books in. So he's clearly in Florida sometime over the next couple of weeks, and he's not going to MegaCon at the end.
Crazy.
Of the month. I thought for sure, I'm like, oh, he's definitely going to come because he's coming up from South America. I mean, he lives, I think, Argentina.
Yeah.
And he's not going to MegaCon. I thought, wow.
Well, maybe he just doesn't want to be around the crowds.
I was shocked. He's he seems like a pretty social guy. He's all over social media. You know, you follow him on Instagram or, you know, any of the platforms. He's Twitter, he's everywhere. But I was so disappointed. I thought for sure he'd be at MegaCon.
Yeah, sure would love to meet him.
Yep.
Be cool. So this photo is from an event. I don't know what it was, but it's really cool. They have all the Legendary Beast statues next to each other. Obviously, that's the one Jeff's getting, but it's cool because we get to see the Iron Man next to him also. Look how great that lineup looks.
Yeah.
Do you have those close-up pics I posted?
I've got this one.
Oh, okay. Jay posted, there's 2 different torsos for Iron Man. One is classic and one is modern. So he posted pictures of those. And then he posted a picture of the closed helmet, which looked really cool.
It's awesome. I think that's my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it goes to show you how big Hulk is. It's just,
yeah,
it's crazy because Thor is really big too. Like, it's crazy.
I kind of wish they would have done something different with Cap's base, where it more matched the other 3. But I mean, other than that, that's the only thing I could find. I mean, this is a beautiful set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And of course, they have Magneto as part of that as well. This was cool. I think this was all thanks to Eric. I think he got a prop on this. This is the Grim Knight. Somebody suggested to do these little bullets. And I think Eric, you found ones that were 3rd scale.
Yeah, so I think I shared this with Dan. So there's a company I got over Christmas. I got into, it's not so much you're building these things, but they do require assembly. They're 1/3 scale, guns and rifles and stuff like that. And I got into like building those, and I think someone asked in the group if they knew where you could find bullets, and I was like, yeah, I just happen to have a company that makes 1/3 scale replicas of guns, and they do sell bullets as well for 1/3.
Cool. So they're like, are they like hobby kits? That sort of thing.
Yeah, they come in maybe 10 pieces, and you have to put it together, and you can do like all the different attachments to the guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the scopes and the rails and all that stuff. You can change them up. So
anyway, I thought it added a real nice dimension to the base. I thought it was kind of cool to do a little adding on. So that was neat.
I think I have one right here.
This one we just had a guest review of for this week. This is finally starting to ship. This is the Wonder Woman versus Hydra. How do you guys think this one turned out? I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of mine right here. So there's I think it's great. Their scale AR-15.
Nice.
Wow, that's crazy, Eric.
That's cool.
This is a Jason Fabok piece. Pretty great. It's not my favorite Wonder Woman face compared to some of the other ones we've seen from Prime 1, but it's so dynamic.
Yeah.
She looks great. And the Hydra looks really cool. Look at the snake's texture. It's really good. I think Prime 1 did a great job with it. Look at that. Very cool. I think it would go really well next to the Batman versus Joker Dragon.
Yeah.
I threw these in here. I thought this was pretty cool. Somebody did is it Vincent, or I can't think of it, Vicente? I can't remember exactly how he pronounces his name, but did a repaint, which is pretty cool. It's kind of the going rate right now is a flesh colored Ivy.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool to see her like that. I still prefer the green.
I like the green, but I like the different contrast between the plant and the body of the.
Yeah, definitely pops more.
It'd be fun to have them both and display them next to each other.
It would. It's just always cool to see how they would turn out if they painted it differently.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought she was real pretty. Colors definitely pop more.
Yeah.
He does a really great job of painting.
Yeah, I was just going to say he did a great job.
Especially the flesh. Like he always highlights areas that would be brighter, and he understands it so well. I've been following him for years. Hush Batman from McFarlane Toys. So this is a new one that's coming out if you're a toy collector, and also a Robin as well. So I always like to try to highlight some of those. This one finally went up for pre-order. This is the Jean Grey Classic from XM Studios. What do you guys think of this one? I haven't heard much about this one.
I like it.
People have complained that her breasts are too small.
That doesn't sound like the collecting community.
Well, it's funny that people were posting pictures of Spider-Man that had a similar upper body physique as this one.
That sounds about right, doesn't it?
One thing people liked is that when they first showed this, her hair was very brown, and they added a lot of red accents to her hair people were happy about that.
Yeah, I think the hair looks really nice. I love the blues they chose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's got a really nice contrast. Obviously, they've got this portrait and then this one, which is cool.
I don't think it's as beautiful as the Sideshow piece.
I was going to say
No,
this show piece to me is a nicer looking piece.
Yeah.
I like the suit better on this though. I just has more colors and stuff going on.
Yeah, it's got the texture. It's got a lot. I agree. I think the colors are better here, but I think you cannot beat that sideshow portrait.
Yeah.
That one's probably more classic and to the suit as well, I think.
Who did that portrait? Was that Mark?
It might have been Mark Newman. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been Mark. It's cool though. I mean, it's still a cool piece. It's dynamic and definitely has a nice pop of color. So that one's up for pre-order at XM. And hey, it's got that same base that Harley Quinn has at Sideshow. The bubblegum base or whatever it is. Ice cream base.
That's cool.
I think that actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really liking the statue a lot, actually.
Yeah, I think it's really pretty.
Would look good with the Sideshow Nightcrawler.
Yeah, it would. This one was teased by Stanley Art Germ Lau. I think this is the bunny character from Batman, which is pretty interesting. I made a post. I was like, this would actually make a pretty cool Prime 1 statue. And I could see them doing her in the line if this is a popular cover.
Can you explain who that is? Because nobody else seemed to know who it was either.
So she was in the comics. Maybe Jeff would know more than I would, but she was in the comics for a very limited time. But I know she made a bunch of covers.
I don't know anything about her.
All right. So homework project for you, Eric.
Hey, you're the one. I think you made this up in your head or something.
No, she really is. I will find a photo of her before the other show. We'll show you.
Okay.
Got some new Hot Toys from Bad Batch. If you're a Hot Toys collector,
Those are cool.
yeah, they really look cool.
Bad Batch is a fun show.
I have never seen it, which I probably should, but I think that all of these have looked really neat. The sculpts are really cool. The colors.
Yep.
They also have this guy, Tech,
Yeah.
which looks cool. But look how cool they all look together. They're really neat. So if you're a Hot Toys collector, I wanted to throw those in there. Also threw this one in here. This is the Famine, part of the Four Horsemen line that XM's doing. This is kind of their own line. This thing looks awesome. All of these look really cool.
They do.
I think you have to be a certain kind of collector to buy these because they're obviously, just different. They're not comic book based or anything. But man, they're really neat. A lot of great texture, a lot of great detail. Look at that thing.
It's cool.
It's scary. I can't remember. Did Art do one of these? I can't remember if I don't think he did this one. Maybe he did one of the others. I can't remember, but check out Art Statue Collectors channel if you want to see more of this guy. It's cool. Really neat detail.
Got a super chat.
That's perfect timing because that was all the photos.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.